Hey, what is up guys? Alan with the Magic Minute here, where we take tricks and turn them into real magic. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. We do videos like this every single Friday. Could be tutorials, could be deck reviews, could be something extra special. I got a lot of great things planned for the channel, so make sure you stick around. Hit that subscribe button so you get those sweet videos. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys a trick that comes from Miracles of Card Magic by Annemann. This is a trick that I use in my professional work all the time. I've reworked it a little bit if you're new to magic, so don't worry if you're not a finger flicker yet. This will be something that you can definitely do as long as you have a basic understanding of card magic, and I will be teaching everything you need to know in this video. Also, make sure you stay to the end of the video because I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks to elevate this from a trick to real magic. So make sure you stay with us. Let's get started. Okay, so this effect comes from Miracles of Card Magic by Annemann. It is a awesome trick with a really cool surprise ending, and the magic happens right inside the spectator's hands. You can't ask for anything much more powerful or visual than that. This is why I use it in my professional work all the time. If you miss something or something's not clear to you, please make sure you leave a comment down below, and that way I'll know what specific issues you're having, and I'm happy to respond. Okay, so here's the effect. The spectator selects a card, in this case the Ace of Diamonds. I wouldn't know this, okay? It's placed back into the deck, just like this. And then you go to find it. You go, I wonder what the card is. Ooh, geez, is that... No, you know what, actually, why don't you find it? What? I'm going to find the card? Absolutely, you're going to find it. So here's what I want you to do, Mr. Spectator. Take the Queen of Diamonds, hold on to that, and we're going to use that to help us stop in a very tight, specific way. So hold on to the Queen of Diamonds, and then whenever you want, I'm going to just run my thumb along the side of the deck here. Whenever you want, put that Queen of Diamonds in, and that way I'll know exactly where to stop. Bam. Is that your card? No? Ah, geez. Okay, well, let's try it one more time. Doesn't always work the first time. Let's give it a go. Maybe right there. No, not that one either. Well, what was your card, Mr. Spectator? Ooh, the Ace of Diamonds? That's the card you're holding. What? Really powerful trick. Now, I wish I had some video of me performing this. I did this just tonight at a gig, and the reactions are ridiculous. If you can perform this the right way, of course it's a little hokey whenever I'm describing it and I'm playing both sides, but really, learn this, try this for real people. You will be amazed at the reactions that you get. It is a fantastic trick, okay? So let's go ahead and teach you how to do it. Let's say the audience member takes the Ace of Spades. You don't know this because you don't have a camera right on you and looking at the card and sending it right back to your eyeballs, but I do. So I know it's the Ace of Spades, but you wouldn't know that in a performance. So how do you find out what it is? Well, it's pretty easy. All you're going to do is you're going to give the deck a cut to let the audience member put their card back. That's it. That's it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remember the bottom card of the top stock. Whenever I cut that deck, boom, I just remember whatever card's on the bottom of that top part. So when they place their card back, all I'm worried about is Jack of Hearts, Jack of Hearts, Jack of Hearts. That's all I'm remembering. That's all I'm caring about. So whenever they put their card back, everything goes back together. I don't know what their card is, but I know what the card is right next to it. So you start this trick off going, I wonder where your card... Ooh. Now all I'm doing is I'm looking for that Jack of Hearts, okay? When I find it, I'm going to cut their card to the top. I'm going to leave the Jack of Hearts behind and cut their card to the top. This is done as a very nonchalant kind of thing. Let's do that again so you can kind of get the beat or the timing of it. It's done in the offbeat. So instead of going, here's your card, what you do is you start the trick like that, and then you act like you're going to change your mind. You go, actually, I could do that, but you expect me to do that, right? Why don't we do this? Why don't we see how I do that? I just kind of cut the cards at that point and reassemble them. That's all I'm doing. And so in doing so, I cut their card to the top. That's it. That's a really easy way to control a card, and it looks super natural, okay? Now we have their card on top, the Ace of Spades, and we have a card below it, the Jack of Clubs. I'm going to show this card, or the top card, their card, as the Jack of Clubs, and ask them to hold on to it. Now how do I do that? Again, If you're already in Magic a lot, you may already know these things, but remember, not everybody on the channel knows everything about card magic, okay? So we're going to give everybody a shot to learn this at least once. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something called a double lift. A double lift lifts 2 cards and pretends they're 1 card. This allows you to do a lot of different interesting things in Magic that we'll get to later in later episodes on this channel. But for now, we're just going to worry about it as a way to switch, to miscall, and switch in the ace without the audience member knowing, okay? That's all we're going to do right now. An easy way to do that would be to just run your thumb up the back of the pack until there's only 2 cards left. Put your pinky inside the deck there, and then drop those 2 cards on top. Done while you're squaring the cards, it looks like that. Okay? Now you have those 2 cards. You're going to want to just pinch them together so they don't move anywhere, and then you can slide the cards alongside the top of the deck, and that should keep them nice and squared. You flip them over, and then you hold them between these 3 fingers. When they're between your middle, first, and thumb, they can't become unsquared, so they'll stay nice and square like that. You go, okay, so let's go ahead and take the Jack of Clubs and have you hold on to it. Now, when you're doing this, you don't want them to turn their card over prematurely. So instead of handing it to them and then waiting for a minute, what you really want to do is you want to redirect their attention to why you're having them hold on to it. You want to explain that as you're holding it, or as you're handing it to them. So you'll say something like, okay, go ahead and take that Jack of Clubs and refer to it as the Jack of Clubs the whole time while they're holding it, okay? And we're going through. So take the Jack of Clubs, and I'm going to want you to put the Jack of Clubs anywhere in there as I'm running through with my thumb like this. I want you to see if you can find it with your ninja skills. Going down, boom, right there. Okay, let's go ahead, take back the Jack of Clubs. See how I keep reiterating that? Take back the Jack of Clubs and cut at that point. You go, is that your card? No? Okay, we'll take back the Jack, we'll try again. Just hitting home every single time that that's the Jack of the Clubs. They have no reason to believe it's not the Jack of Clubs. They don't even think the trick started yet. Cut the cards. No. Not the 8 of Diamonds. Okay, you failed twice. There's the rule of 3. You always want to do, well, not always, but in theater it's a good idea to do things in 3s. So you fail twice, you succeed once. It creates a nice beat or a rhythm to the whole trick. So you fail twice. Oh, that's not it. Oh, that's not it. Wait, okay, you know what? Actually, what was your card? They name it, Ace of Spades. You say, wait a minute, that's the card you're holding. Everybody pauses here. Everybody pauses. And they turn over the card, and lo and behold, it is that Ace of Spades. I did tell you at the very end of the video I would tell you some special tips and techniques to make this a solid magic effect, not just a trick. So, what are those things? The first thing you want to be able to do is you want to have complete confidence over what you're doing. You want to make sure that your double lift is solid, you're not fiddling with that, you're not worried about that, because whenever you hand them that top card, their card, you don't want any heat on that at all. No heat. There shouldn't be any heat anyway. The only reason you will bring what we call heat on any of these moves is if you look suspicious. So let it fly. Make it look like what you say you're doing is exactly what you're doing, and there should be no reason for anybody to question you. And the psychology is built in that it looks like you failed twice, and on the 3rd time you do something that's completely impossible. There's a couple of ways to present this. You can present this as you changed the card in their hand magically. You could have them hold onto the card like this and then go, hey, wait a minute. Turn your card over. And have it changed that way, which is has an interesting flavor to it. Or you can do it as a surprise, like, wait a minute, wasn't that the card you had the whole time? And then it gets kind of like a confused Twilight Zone kind of thing. Play with a couple of different ways to present this. There are so many different ways to present the same trick, and they create different flavors and feels. This is where you really get into bringing your individuality into the magic. You're taking just stuff on a page or stuff you saw me do, and you're injecting your own personality in your own experience in the way that you want your audience to experience your magic. That's what makes ultimately a magic trick yours, as opposed to just something that's in a book and doing it like everyone else does. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and hitting that little bell icon if you'd like to see more content like this. I put out videos every single Friday. That could be deck reviews, magic reviews, tutorials, all kinds of really cool stuff I have coming up. So make sure you subscribe, and thank you for watching.